Hi guys, my name is Ritika and here you are on my YouTube channel. So welcome you all, and today I'm going to help to you how to do the Smart Study of Accounts. Class 11 students, I have started this chapter for you because sometimes the class 11 students find themselves very difficult, like how to introduce themselves with accounts. So don't worry, here are the smart notes which I'm preparing for you and delivering the lecture as well. So do not miss it and let us read now. So the first topic is general and ledger. Here it is written that business transactions are recorded in the books of accounts are customarily divided into two classes. Customarily means generally divided into two classes. First is general, second is ledger. Now you can see the term here it is written the business transactions. What do you mean by that? Business transactions, that means that transaction is going to be held between two parties or more than two parties. Like for an example, if I can say transaction happened between the consumer and the producer. Here the producer want to sell his goods and the next to producer the consumer want to purchase the goods from the producer. So when consumer will render his services to the customer, he will sell his goods to the customer. In exchange, customer will pay the cash to the producer. So here the transaction has been happened because the sale has been completed. So this transaction is called the business transaction. So now here we will read the two classes difference, general and ledger, on the following basis. General is called the original book. You can see the primary book of accounts. Why are we calling it primary book of accounts? We are calling it primary book of accounts just because first we record all the entries in the general book. So that's why it is the original book of accounts. Second ledger is called the principal book of accounts, secondary book of accounts. Why we are calling the secondary book of accounts? Just because after completing all the general entries in the general book, we are transferring all those general entries to the ledger. So that's why it is called the secondary book of accounts. Now my second basis, second basis stage. General is called the first stage of recording, as I told you above, because first we record all the transactions in the general book, so that's why it is called the first stage of recording. Ledger is called the secondary stage of recording because after completing up with the general, then it is called the secondary stage of recording. On the third basis, that is of process. When we are writing all the general entries into our general book, so that process is called generalizing. And when we are transferring all the general entries to the ledger, that process is called posting. On the last base, that is of next stage, yes, when we done up with the general, we transfer it to the ledger, and yes, when we done up with the ledger, we transfer it to the trial balance. Now, down below here it is a form of general. In this form, what you will write? You will write the description of the transaction has been happened, when it has been happened, and by which amount it has been happened. So you can see there are 5 columns. First is of date, you will write the transaction date. Second is of particulars, you will write the transaction narration of the description. And third is of general folio. In this column, the number of ledger pages written to which the account is posted. And remember one thing, it is needs to be filled at the time of posting only. Fourth column is of debit amount. In this column, the amount debited is written. And fifth column is of credit amount. In this column, the amount credited is written. And yes, if you like my video, then do like, comment in the comment section and subscribe my video so that you will not miss the next content of the same chapter. And I'll bring some more videos of the other chapter as well. So keep watching it. Bye guys.